As president of Santa Fe Community College, on this Veterans Day, I'd like to extend my heartfelt thank you to all of the veterans in our community. There are many students, faculty, and staff among our Santa Fe Community College community who have served our country in wars across our nation. I'd also like to extend a very heartfelt thanks to all the active duty members of the military who are part of our college community. Your dedication, your sacrifice, your willingness to be away from your family are truly inspirational, and we all thank you very much as we celebrate this Veterans Day.
Hi, my name is Crystal Patton, and I am the Veterans Resource Center Coordinator here at Santa Fe Community College. I am also a Navy veteran. I want to take time this Veterans Day to say thank you to the men and women who have served and sacrificed for our country. It doesn't matter what branch you served in or when you served. We all served for some of the same reasons and fought for some of the common goals. One of those goals was for our country, and the second was for our brothers and sisters in arms. I want to say thank you for your service, and also thank you to the families who supported you during your time in service. And with a grateful heart, I say thank you, and I will never forget the service and the sacrifice that you've made.
Hello, my name is Jonathan. I served in the United States Marine Corps and I got out as a corporal. And one important thing that I learned from the military is endurance. If you have endurance, you'll be able to get through life after the military. So through things like college, raising a family, and even with personal problems that come along the way, financial, spiritual, as long as you keep going, then place one foot in front of the other, you'll look back and things will be in a better place than they were before. Just keep trying, and eventually your trials will come to an end. Every trial.
My name is Gene R. Fulgenzi. I was in the United States Army. My MOS number was 540-70161. Some of the important things that the military taught me was obedience, and being responsible, and getting to know people in strange lands, as well as getting to know my own servicemen. When I was drafted, my friend and I, we knew that we either got drafted or we'd have to apply for another extension so that we could go to college or keep going to college. So we decided, between he and I, we decided that we would prefer to just go and get it over with and then come back to college. So that's what we did. We just, we got drafted, and it turned out to be the best thing we ever did. A lot of us, we assumed responsibility quite easily. So that is one thing that we learned in the armed service. Life, I guess. And with us in the older generation, we seemed like we were, I don't know, we were kind of satisfied with the way we were. But this younger generation seems like they want to advance faster. They want They want to know more of what life is all about, what's going on in the world. The rest of us in our older days, we didn't care too much of what was going on in the world. So there was a difference. There is a difference between the way we veterans used to be in the older days than veterans are today. So that to me is, maybe it's a generation gap. I don't know.
Hi, I'm Dr. Tomasino Ortiz Gallegos, Associate Vice President for Student Success and a spouse of a beloved veteran. In appreciation to our service men and women, our active military, and our first responders, we thank you for your dedication, your courage, your integrity, and your selflessness as you've dedicated your lives to our country and our family. We also thank your family members for your selflessness and for your courage as you've supported your family members during some of very difficult times. Thank you for sharing your family, our heroes, with us every single day. Thank you for all that you've done, and God bless you.
My name is Sierra Wagner, and I am Student Government President at SFCC. Oxford Languages defines courage as strength in the face of pain or grief. For Veterans Day, we honor the courage our veterans have and practice on a day-to-day basis, and we notice the examples that they have for us. Our veterans followed a moral calling to stand up for our fellow human beings, and they became a sign of strength and humility. I have witnessed the dedication and hard work our veterans go through, as well as the pain that they have endured in the name of freedom. Our veterans embody strength and courage, and our veterans chose to stand up for our fellow human beings, and this was not a light decision. In fact, this was the most important decision that they have made in their lives, and they know that they're making the risk to fight for a peace that they may never experience. They know that it is worth it, and they have shown our value. They have shown our value as human beings and that we deserve basic human freedoms. So now let us stand up for each other. We cannot repay the debt that we owe our veterans, but we can learn from them. We could do this by, number one, standing up for what is right. In our day-to-day lives, let's take a stand to do what is right. Number two, follow moral callings. We can follow the calling to fight for injustices, and we can seek liberty and justice for all. And number three, we can mirror the courageous spirits of our veterans. And by doing this, may we become a beacon of hope and kindness. And now let's make a difference for those who have made a difference for us. With so much going on in the world right now, let's take the time to create a space of rest and serenity for our veterans. And we can do this by acknowledging the pain that they have endured, and for all of the families who have spent months and years waiting for their veterans. For also the ones who have never made it home, as well as the ones who are still out there. Let us become a beacon of love to remind our veterans how much we truly appreciate their choice to stand up for us. Our veterans followed a moral calling to stand up for our fellow human beings, and they became a sign of strength and humility. So now allow us to join in and have strength in the face of pain and grief. Thank you.
My name is Larry Ortiz, and I am a native of Santa Fe, New Mexico, and I am a United States Marine Corps veteran. I enlisted in 1967 and served in Vietnam during the Vietnam War from November 1967 to November 1968. I had the honor to serve with many young brave men and lost many friends and many who were seriously wounded. I stay in touch with many veterans from the Vietnam War, and in spite of how shamefully we were all treated when we returned by our countrymen, without exception, we are all proud to have served in the United States military and to have served our country with pride. I would also like you, any of you who may see this video, to reflect back on our proud history. American men and women fought and won our independence from a tyrannical country early in our history. Unfortunately, Americans have had to fight to keep our freedom in many wars since we became an independent country. I'd also like you to remember that if it wasn't for our American military men and women who answered our country's call to serve, we could now be speaking Japanese, German, or even Russian. We all need to remember that and show appreciation to our veterans and all those men and women who are now in active duty military service. Never forget the debt owed to our veterans who have served and secured our freedoms, and be thankful that you live in this great country. Thank you.